Whoa. I like starting off zoomed in like this so I can zoom out and have it be just so nice. I don't know what that means. Hello everybody. Today is day 4 of my 50-day dry. Whoa. I've said that a few times in the past couple days. It's definitely not going to be a 50-day dry fast. If it was a 50-day dry fast, I would 50-day die fast. That's my joke for the day. No, today's day 4 of my dry. I did it again. I can't believe it. Of my water fast. It's a 50-day water only fast. And I've done, for anybody who doesn't know what a water fast is, it's basically just drinking water, making sure you have enough electrolytes. In my opinion, I feel like having electrolytes is good. If you watch people like the Fasting Fat Man, who just did 120 days, I mean, it's been a while since he did it. I think it's been a couple months since he ended that, actually. But he went 120 days of just water, and he took vitamins, he took electrolyte powder. And I actually learned from him that he took Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder. I've seen Dr. Berg's videos on here before. He's very pro fast. He has a whole YouTube channel. You can go check him out. And he has a lot of good tips and pointers on how to fast and how to intermittent fast, how to eat keto. As far as I know, I think I've seen videos of his where he's talked about keto and stuff. But anyway, just so you know, this whole fasting thing, it's very possible. It's very doable. Just do it right, basically. I have done a 21-day water fast before, and I did it without any electrolytes. I did it just fresh water. And I think that I've learned a lot since then. I didn't feel terrible, but I've heard that if you go past that 21-day mark or get into like the 30s or whatever, your body really starts screaming for electrolytes. And, if you don't take your electrolytes, as far as I know, organs can shut down and this and that because your body can't produce electrolytes on its own. So they need an outside source of electrolytes. And I know I was just talking about Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder. I don't know if I mentioned that I bought a jar of it, a pack of it. And I think there's about 45 servings in it. And I'm planning on taking 2 servings a day of it. So I'll probably end up having to buy another jar of it. But that is coming in just a few days. I woke up this morning at 196 pounds, and that only means that I lost about a half a pound in between today and yesterday, which is fine. I think that's what happens when you start to go into ketosis. I'm not quite sure on that, but usually you're supposed to lose about a pound a day once you're in ketosis. And I'm not going to lie, guys. Last night, I felt terrible. And I say last night, I mean early this morning. I woke up out of the blue, 3:30 in the morning, and I just felt like crap. I don't know what was happening, but I just felt awful. And so I went out into the kitchen. I just got myself a glass of water, put a little Himalayan pink salt in there, a little potassium, new salt that I have, and I went back to sleep. I woke up in the morning, felt awful, and I don't know what it was. Was it dehydration? I don't know, because I know I've been expelling. I was talking in yesterday's video, expelling like water through my bowel movements, basically getting rid of the rest of the stuff that's in there. And I thought yesterday was the only day, and today, toward the end of the day, I was getting it again. So I'm wondering if that's been dehydrating me. But as I got through, the morning at work and into the afternoon, I had been drinking my electrolyte drink of, I mix it every morning. It's basically like a 60 ounce bottle, 2 60-ounce bottles. Each one has about a teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt and about a half teaspoon of potassium chloride powder, which is just the new salt. And I really started to feel a lot better. And I didn't think, like this morning, I felt kind of like faint and just like, how am I going to do this for 50 days? But, as we know, that's how the first 3 to 6 days goes. So, or until you switch from living off your liver glycogen and then you're in ketosis, living off of your fat stores. That switch is sometimes pretty brutal. And boy, was I feeling it this morning. And all that to say, I started to feel really good throughout the rest of the day. It got my energy back up. I was feeling great. And I was feeling a little sleepy after work, but like right now I feel great. I feel 100%. I feel wonderful. I feel like my brain is firing on all cylinders. That might be the ketones, I didn't buy any ketone strips to know if I'm actually in ketosis or not, but the mood change between right now and this morning is crazy. It's insane. So things are going good. They seem to be going good. 4 days into a 50-day water fast. That means I have 46 days left. So a little less than a week and we'll be out of the 40s. I was listening to a lot of podcasts today. I tried to find some fasting related podcasts. And I found, I've been following this guy, the Fasting Fat Man, on YouTube, and he has a lot of good information. And so I heard once that, he had mentioned that he'd been on some podcasts before. So I just typed in the Fasting Fat Man in my podcast app, and up came, a few episodes where he'd been interviewed and stuff. And I listened to all of them throughout the day today, and it was really enlightening. I feel like I learned a lot about electrolytes. I learned a lot about, the different stages of how, like, you go from being hungry, and then after the first week or so, you're not hungry anymore. You're just battling the food cravings. So your body's not hungry, but your mind is like battling those cravings. And I think he said around day 60 or so, you stop craving food and you almost forget about food. You're just on autopilot basically, and those food cravings aren't eating away at you. And he said that happened to him around day 60, which is interesting to me. Which means, if that's I don't know if it's the same for everybody, but if it is the same for me, then I'm never going to reach that point. I might always be craving food. But today I thought about food a few times, but not a lot. I wasn't really craving anything, I don't think. I went to Turkey Hill. That's like our one of our gas stations around here in central PA. And I walked by some, like, it was like a rib on white bread sandwich or something. It was just something that was wrapped up that you could just buy, and it was like $3 or something. And I was just like, that looks really good. I've gotten to the point now where like anything looks good, really. It looks good, but I'm not really craving it. I'm like, that looks pretty good. I would eat that right now. But food hasn't really been an issue for me. Before, when I've fasted, just a few days in, I think it was like my first 3-day fast. I was just like looking at pictures of food, just like, I can't wait to eat again. Can't wait to eat again. And I haven't really been doing that. I'm not on the Instagram for Tasty or anything like that, like looking at recipes. I might get there. Who knows? But, so that's where I'm at right now. Today I saw that Smart Water put out a few flavored waters, and I wanted to try those. One was, I think it was cucumber lime, and the other one was watermelon something. I forget what it was. Watermelon strawberry, maybe? I don't know. I just remember one was pink, one was green. And they were okay. it just basically tasted like water. It was like what I assume LaCroix tastes like to some people, where it's just like, they describe, like, if you get a passion fruit LaCroix, like the flavor of that is described as like, it seems like someone took some seltzer water and passed within a mile of a passion fruit tree, and that is how it got its flavor. Like, it's so faint it might as well not even be flavored. And I noticed that with some teas too. It's like they'll say it's like, oh, Vermont maple, like, ooh, that sounds like a really good tea, but then all it is just water basically that smells like maple syrup or something. Like, I always notice that the teas usually smell better than they taste, like chocolate tea. Have you ever heard of that before? My in-laws have chocolate tea, and I was really excited to try chocolate tea, and it didn't really taste like chocolate. It just smelled like chocolate, which I guess is fine for some people. But the water was nothing to shake a stick at. It was just like, I might as well have gotten water. I did look for a Perrier because I really like Perrier's. I like that seltzer water, like the fizziness. And the Fasting Fat Man was talking about how, like, after so much time fasting, drinking just a regular seltzer water was basically like drinking champagne to him. He's just like, oh, it's so good, you know? It's just crazy how, like, fasting makes things that you took for granted seem so much better, you know? So yeah, anyway, 46 days to go, guys. And I also noticed that I got like 4 subscribers between yesterday and today just from this fasting thing. So I'm glad that you guys are hopping on board. Awesome to see more comments from Steve from the UK and Johan and a few other people on there or on this channel. So thank you for the support, guys. I hope you are following me throughout this whole thing. I think I'm going to do a video once the Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder comes in. I'm going to do a review of it and just show you what it's all about. It's I believe it's lemon or raspberry lemon flavored, so I'm really curious to try that. And I looked at some of the reviews. They were like, oh, it's so tasty, it's so good, and I believe it's 0 calories, so I'm excited to try it. And I bet it'll taste better than just straight pink Himalayan salt. I'm not sure, but I don't mind the pink Himalayan salt water. Like, I'll drink 120 ounces of it in a day, no problem. So that's it for today's video, guys. Be sure to subscribe if you want to follow me on my journey of 50 days water fasting, and give this video a thumbs up, and it'll show me how many people are liking this stuff. And leave a comment below. Let me know who you are. I'd like to, you know, continue building a community here. I was hovering at 19 subscribers for a while there, and we just jumped up to 23. So I'm really excited about some potential growth through this series. And that is not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my own personal health and my own, weight loss and just a bunch of things that I've been trying to get a hold of and a handle of for, it feels like so long now. And I just keep backsliding. You know, I'll do a little fast and then eat again and gain all the weight back, plus some. And I'm not trying to do that anymore. I want to do this 50-day fast, get down to my goal weight of 150, and then do 1 meal a day, potentially forever. You know, the Fasting Fat Man also talked about doing, once he lost all the weight he wanted to lose, get down to, I think he wanted to get down to 195. And he was at like 530 pounds, which is crazy. And he wants to get down to 195 and then do OMAD, 1 meal a day, for basically, you know, the rest of his life. So he doesn't get back to that point that he worked so hard to get away from. And that's what I feel like too. I feel like once I get to my goal weight, I'll be so happy and satisfied and just not wanting to go back on all that work that I am doing right now with this 50-day fast, that I'm gonna feel like it'll be easy to stick to like an OMAD diet. I don't find OMAD hard. I find like I could do 1 meal a day, fast for a day, do one meal the next day, just fine. So I'm gonna do 1 meal a day just fine, I feel like. Will it be keto? No, it doesn't have to be, you know. I think just eating in a window, you know, say I give myself 6 hours or something, and practice intermittent fasting and stop looking at it as fasting and looking at it more as like a lifestyle. And I'm very excited about that because I'm so sick of this lifestyle I've been in and just feeling gross all the time, feeling tired all the time, feeling, I don't even know, just not good. So I'm already feeling the benefits, guys, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about me doing this fast, and if you think it's crazy, if you think it's stupid, if you like it, if you think it's smart, if you've done it before. I'd love to hear your stories below. I'd love to hear about your weight loss transformation, your journey. If you're doing something similar to me, leave a comment below. I'll go check out your channel, and I'll help you guys build your communities as well. You know, I mean, I'm just one person, but I think some cross promoting is good for the health of the community, you know? So I would love to mention people on here and what they're doing. Yeah, it'd be great to meet some people on here. I will stop rambling now. It has been almost 16 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Bye.